How can we start seeing what we're bringing to the table with more clarity?
People really feel like sometimes, not everyone, feel like, it's a bit too much. I don't want to look arrogant. I don't want to come across as too ballsy. However, if we look at a professional setting, and let's take an example, we are in an organization and our intention is to get promoted. However that promotion may look like. It may be, again, vertical, diagonal. Horizontally, it's not necessarily a promotion, but it can be if you shift job families and you end up with a bigger salary, for example. But regardless of the situation, if you're targeting promotions, there is very rarely someone genuinely interested to be in your corner. So you have to be your first advocate. And why I say that is because when you advocate for yourself, other people who you will want to be advocates for you will notice you, and then you will have a much easier chance of grabbing them and asking them to become your advocates. By advocate, I mean two things. You want a sponsor, which is someone who speaks positively about you behind closed doors, and you want mentors. And it's easier to grab them if you advocate for yourself first. Okay, but how do I do that? Because I don't want to sound arrogant. I will go back to what I said at the very beginning. Write down everything you do. Because sometimes for us, we do a job and it's normal. It's just duh, right? I do it every day. It's nothing special. Yes, it's nothing special for you because it's second nature. But having everything written down, and by everything I mean first your actions, and then on a weekly basis, the audit of the things that you have done that week, it will allow you to look back and realize, oh, this wasn't in my job description. Oh, I've done so-and-so's job. Oh, I've done that project in 2 weeks rather than a month. Oh, otherwise, we go through the motion and we forget.
Is what I think you might have called in one article the brag log?
The brag document, yes.
The brag document.
Yes. I know I repeat myself, but I mean, you're in tech. You understand how important documentation is. It's the same for us when we work for ourselves. Document everything. The brag document is something literally where we keep a log of the things we have done. And I tell you one of the best use cases for this brag document. When it comes to your promotion time, they will ask you most likely to do your self-review. And when you do your own review, you will still need to provide examples. I promise you, if you look back 6 months in your job, you will not remember everything you've done. No chance in hell. And that would be a shame, wouldn't it? So you have all these things written down. You will think it is absolutely trivial. Why am I doing this? And then you look back 6 months or even 3 months, and you will be able to match them. You'll say, okay, I've done project work here and here and here, and I've done fast and well every time. So you will be able to bundle these things. So when you go and talk about what have you done in the last 3 or 6 months or whatever it might be, you will be able to say, I noticed that my, let's say, project management capabilities improved because I have done ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. And it's like that. And the cheeky one is, if you don't like it there, you want to leave, you just take the same brag document and you practice those things for your interviews.
Yeah.
So there is only win-win-win with this stuff.
Yeah. That's because when I read that, I thought, yeah, actually, it makes a lot of sense. I found very funny the name, brag document. But it's true. Sometimes we feel that is not our place to brag about us about stuff. But I think writing down achievements, no matter how small, we can look back and actually feel proud of ourselves or what we have done. Because, yeah, sometimes it's hard to remember or to measure the impact of the things that we're doing.
One word I would not add there is achievement. And I wouldn't add only the achievements, because I tell you what, if there are other folks like me out there, they will think, this isn't really an achievement. And I was like, I can't put it down. It's not a, that's why, not achievements, activities, actions. The simplest things that you would be maybe thinking, oh, this is nonsense. Write it down. It's probably not nonsense because it's not a singular thing, but it will come under an umbrella.
Yeah. If someone who's listening now knows they want to change, but feels afraid to starting over, what would you tell to them?
Hmm. I would urge individuals to spend 1 hour with themselves and look back at all the minuscule things they think they've done. All those minuscule things they think, of course I've done them because normal. And look at them from the lens of how can that minuscule action I took in this case, in my normal job, how can that have a positive impact in this other job that I'm aiming for, whatever that role might be? How could I translate that to someone who would maybe interview me for that job and explain why something which for me is just like a day-to-day activity, it's normal, why they would benefit from me being able to do that thing for them with so much ease. That's the one thing. And the second thing is, we do and we know more than we are aware of. So I would really recommend to everyone to take a good long look at themselves, put things down on paper, and do the audit. Do the identification of their own values. We haven't talked enough about values, and I'm really sorry about that, but do an identification of their values, identify their strengths, and take a really good deep look at yourself in the professional mirror, so to speak, because we don't do that. We go through the motion on a day-to-day basis, and we forget, and therefore we don't know how valuable we are, and therefore we are afraid. We think, I have nothing to offer.